Once again, this is Gurography. It's a free letter review hub. Ayan, so if you want na mag-mock boards daily, mag-message lang po kayo or nakapin actually yung QR code doon sa ating blue app. Okay, yan, nakapin yung ating QR code. Ayan, so i-flex ko lang, yan, yung yung una, si Sir Darwin, yan. So, naka-enroll siya sa akin sa social science majorship and dahil sobrang hirap ng social science majorship, ang taas-taas na po yung kanyang rating. Ayan, so yan, i-flex ko din yung top 9 natin sa BED. Yan, BSED, okay, BSED, secondary, and then yung top 4 and top 5 natin sorry, sa BED. Yan. Okay, so general education tayo ngayon. Okay. Ayan na naman. Diyos ko Lord, paki-follow naman ako, guys. Yan, di pa nag-uumpisa. Ano na ulit? Oh, tapos hindi pa makapag-appeal ang, ay, naku, Diyos ko Lord. Okay. So, let's start. Number 1. Okay, so uri ng pagbabagong morpoponemiko na gumagamit sa pagpapalit ng posisyon ng ponema sa salita. Okay, yan. So, A, asimilasyon ba yan? B, paglapi. C, pagkaltas. And D, metathesis. Okay. Ito yung common talaga lumalabas to. Okay. So, again, uri ng pagbabagong morphoponemiko na gumagamit sa pagpapalit ng posisyon ng ponema sa salita. A, asimilasyon. B, paglapi. C, pagkaltas. And D, metathesis. Parang halimbawa ba yung parang uh, nilabhan. Tapos, papalitan natin, linabhan. Naging L na yung una. Okay? So, ilagay nyo yung number, guys. Please put the number. Ayan. So, oh, may nakakita ng 12. Sorry ha, inaano no? Hindi maganda yung pagkaano niya ha. Yan, oh, yan. Yan, so far may nakapasok ng 13, ibig sabihin kahit pa paano lumalabas. Okay, yan. So, ang sagot natin dyan ay hindi ko pala, ano. Okay, so ang sagot natin dyan ay metathesis. Nakikita nyo po, guys? Nakikita nyo ba? Klaro ba? Ayan, so metathesis, okay? So sabi ko nga, halimbawa, linabhan na it starts with L, tapos palitan sa nilabhan na nag-start na ng N. Okay? Alright, so ito yung mga pagbabago ng morphoponemiko. Okay, so asimilasyon. Okay, ito yung laging lumalabas din po to, asimilasyon. Ito yung imbes na pang babae, is palitan mo ng M or N. Okay? So, pang babae, it will be pambabae. Okay? So, pang taxi will be pan-taxi. Okay? Ito naman, pagpapalit ng ponema. Okay? So, papalitan mo lang. Usually, ang D ay magiging R. Okay? Ang I magiging E. Okay? So, for example, lakad, tapos an. Imbes na lakadan, sabihin mo lakaran. Okay? Yan. Ito naman, pagkakaltas ng ponema. Okay, pagkaltas. So, when you say pagkaltas, may aalisin ka, di ba? So, for example, takipan. Okay, so imbes na sabi na takipan mo, sabihin mo takpan. Okay, so inalis mo. Okay, kinaltas mo. Inalis mo yung letter I. Okay, ito na yung metathesis na sinabi ko. Yan. So, tanim, yan. Okay? Taniman, tamnan. Right. Okay. Paglilipat diin. Okay. What is diin? Okay. Yun yung, what's the ano ng diin? Yan. Ililipat mo lang yung, what's diin? Anong diin. Stress. Okay. Yan. So, na-stress ka. Yan. So, ililipat mo yung stress. Okay. So, for example, basahin. Okay. Basahin, tapos basahin. Diba? So, the meaning will change, right? Okay, and then ito yung another one is magkaibigan. Okay, ito kaya magkaibigan. Oh, masaya pa 'yon, 'di ba? Pero pag tinawag ng magkaibigan, hindi na siya masaya. Okay? Ayan. So, paglilipat diin yan. Oh my God, nakaka-miss mag-review. Thank you po, ma'am. Hi, LPT! Hello! Thank you for coming back. Yan. And then, pagsusudlong. Okay, sudlong meaning, you, how do you call that? You connect something, okay? Or pagdaragdag, alright? So, Alalahan, tapos ilagyan mo ng in. Okay, so alalahanin. Ganun. Totohanin. Ganon. And then may pungos ba yan or may punggos siguro? Yan. So, pagbabawas ng unlapi, okay? Yung unlapi is yung una, di ba? If for example, ipagamot, then inalis mo na yung i, okay? Lagay mo ng pagamot, okay? Magpalinis, lagay mo na lang palinis. Alright? Okay. Usually, ito yung apat na lumalabas, yung first. Kaya inuna ko to, asimilasyon, pagpapalit ng ponema, pagkakaltas ng ponema, tapos metathesis. Okay. Yan. Good eve po. Yan. Number 2, which of the following gives the numerical value of the population? Dapat yan. A, range ba yan? B, statistics. C, parameter. And D, variable. So again, which of the following gives the numerical value of the population? A, range. B, statistics. C, parameter. And D, variable. Yan. So there's 5. Makinig. Ano sabi niya? Makinig kayo guys, lalo na sa Prof Ed, matitest talaga mga utak nyo. Totoo. Yes. Thank you mga Yeji. Alright. Okay, okay. Kaya sabi niya maraming sumagot sa statistics yan. Okay. Pero, sige nga, ang hinahanap kasi dito is yung populasyon, buong populasyon. Okay, sa statistics ba, lahat sinasama sa populasyon? Sige nga, let's do critical thinking lang. Sige. Sige. Sa statistics, kaya nga 'di ba sinasabi ayokong maging parte ng statistics. Okay, so do you think pag statistics ang kinukuha, lahat ay kasali? Okay, can you answer yes or no lang? Sige nga po. Mas okay yung ganito para nag-iisip ba kayo, 'di ba? Kaysa yung ako lang yung explain ng explain. Sure ba? Yes, okay, very good. Yes, kasi yung sa statistics is sample lang siya. Okay, sample lang siya. Okay, very good. So that is why the answer there is parameter. Okay, kasi nga ang parameter buong ano na 'yan. For example, gusto mong malaman kung ilan sa ilan sa klase nyo ang pumasa, parang ganon, di ba? So, ang gawin mo sa parameter, lahat tanungin mo isa-isa. Okay, ganon. Pero sa statistics, sample lang yon, hindi lahat ay tatanungin mo. Okay, yan. So, ang pwede nyo lang namang kalituhan dito ay statistics at saka parameter, di ba? So, alam na natin yung range. That is just the measure of spread. And you can get it by deducting yung highest value minus the lowest value. And then, alam na natin yung variable, independent at saka dependent, confounding, lahat ng mga yan, okay? So, ito yung mga characteristic that can change. Okay, napapalitan. Yes, statistics, sample. Yes, good job. Number 3, which active fault line in the Philippines is associated with the possible occurrence of the big one? A devastating earthquake expected to greatly affect Metro Manila and nearby province. A, Pacific Ring of Fire. B, Philippine Fault Zone. C, East Valley Fault. And D, West Valley Fault. Yan. So, lumabas to nung March 2020, hindi, March 2025. Yan. So, maraming nagkamali. Pero actually, existing yung tanong na to. Okay? Pero ang sagot dun sa tanong na yon, yung version na yon is the big one ang sagot. Okay? So, nung March 2025, binaliktad. Yan. At maraming sumagot doon ng Ring of Fine. Yan, kasi nga wrong spelling pa daw yon. Alright? Okay, so tignan natin yung sagot. D. Aba, akala ko may mabubudol ako dyan. Okay. So the answer there is West Valley Fault. Okay, or the Marikina Fault. Okay, yan. So, well, hindi, kasi in the first place, sa Metro Manila yung hinahanap. Okay, Metro Manila. So, wala na yung Pacific Ring of Fire. Kasi Pacific Ring of Fire, buong Pacific yan. Yung mga, di ba, yung mga kabit-kabit doon na mga countries, okay, dun sa malapit sa Pacific Ocean. Alright. Itong Philippine Fault Zone naman, ito naman yung sa northwestern Luzon to southeastern Mindanao. Okay? Ito, ang hinahanap ay Metro Manila and nearby province lang. Ito naman yung East Valley Fault naman, ito naman yung province of Rizal. Yes, so it exists. Okay, so East Valley Fault, province of Rizal. And West Valley Fault, ito yung Mebril ka ba? Ay, Mebril ka, di ba? Mebril ka, yan. So Metro Manila, Bulacan, Rizal, Laguna, and Cavite. Good job kayo dyan. Walang ano. Okay, so again, ang common talaga na version na lumalabas nito is sa West Valley Fault, blah, 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 ano yung sinasabi na mangyayari? Okay, A, Big Bang, B, Big One. Okay, so huwag kayong mabudol dun sa Big Bang. Okay, the answer there is the Big One. Okay, yan. Na sinasabi nila na it will be 7.2 daw. Alright, number 4, what type of veto happens when the president indirectly rejects a bill by taking no action on it within the required period, causing the bill not to become law? Okay, A, line item veto, B, executive veto, C, packet veto, and D, absolute veto. Ano nangyari sa tanong ko? Again, what type of veto happens when the president indirectly rejects a bill by taking no action on it within the required period, causing the bill not to become law? Sabi niya, A, line item veto, B, executive veto, C, packet veto, and D, absolute veto. Yan. So, pag dito sa kind of veto na to, pag hindi gumalaw, okay, hindi nagsabi or whatever ang presidente, is hindi siya magiging law. Okay? Ala, D, C, C, B. Okay. Alright, so hindi siya magiging law. Hindi siya magiging law. Alright, so the answer there is packet veto. Okay. Yan. So naaral natin sa mga sasoksay yon. So ang tanong ko naman, do you think may packet veto dito sa Pilipinas? Or yung president ba natin may packet veto na pag hindi siya sumagot sa bill na pinasa sa kanya ay magiging law siya? Meron ba or wala? Yes or no lang po. Yes or no lang. Ayan, di na siya na-RR nga. Yan, so sana nga. Yes or no lang po. Meron pa bang packet veto ang ating president? Loko-loko ka, Sir Ritson. Alright, okay. Mali. Kinako, Diyos ko, Lord. Okay, yeah. So, wala. Okay, wala. Kasi, alam naman natin dito sa Pilipinas, pag hindi nag-act yung presidente, okay, the law, pag hindi siya nag-act within 30 days, lumalabas po yun, ha? Pag hindi nag-act yung ating president within 30 days, automatic magiging law siya. And that is why wala po tayong packet veto. Walang packet veto ang ating presidente. Okay. So, ito, ang meron sa atin dito sa Pilipinas is general veto or total veto. Okay, ibig sabihin, buong-buo is basta budget approved. Okay. So, general or total veto, ibig sabihin yan lahat ng entire bill. Okay, yan. So, the entire bill, ayoko. Yan, binito ng presidente. Yung line item, okay, or item veto is specific item lang yung ayaw niya. Okay, yan. So sabi niya, oh, ito siguro yung part na to ayoko. Yan. Pero okay na yung iba. Ganun yung item veto. Okay, so na-explain ko na yung packet veto which we don't have. So sabi niya, the bill dies without formal veto. Yan, which we don't have because, sabi ko nga, pag hindi umaksyon ng presidente within 30 days, the bill will become law. Alright, yung absolute veto naman, ito yung hindi siya ma-override ng legislature. Okay, which we don't have. Kasi nga, alam naman natin na override yung veto ng presidente basta merong 2/3. Yan. And of course, yung qualified veto, yan, the veto may still be overridden, yan, which we have. Okay, yan. Alright. Number 5. What religious institution is the only living remnant of the Philippine Revolution of 1896 today? A. Philippines Independent Church, B. Roman Catholic Church, C. Unitarian Church of the Philippines, and D. United Church of the Philippines. Again, what religious institution is the only living remnant of the Philippine Revolution of 1896 today? A. Philippine Independent Church, B. Roman Catholic Church, C. Unitarian Church of the Philippines, and D. United Church of the Philippines. Dapat ata yun, Philippine Independent Church yun, hindi Philippines Independent Church. Okay, yan. So, to talaga, gas-gas na to sa ating Gen Ed Soksay to. So, dapat alam na alam nyo na to. Alright, so the answer there is, okay, yeah. So, the answer there is Philippine Independent Church. Okay, yan. So, ito yung sinasabi niya, the only living remnant of the Philippine Revolution, it was quoted by yung historian na si Teodoro Agoncillo. Okay, yan. So, dinescribe niya itong Philippine Independent Church as the only living remnant of the Philippine Revolution. Kasi nga, itinatag to nung time ng ano, Spanish. Okay, yan, Spanish bread. Okay. So ito, who founded the Philippine Independent Church? Okay. Or at that time, it was known as Iglesia Filipina Independiente. Okay, so si Red ba yan na Gregorio Aglipay or Blue Felix Manalo? Again, who founded the Philippine Independent Church? Okay, Gregorio Aglipay ba yan na red or Felix Manalo na blue? Okay, 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 okay. Okay. Sino po si Felix Manalo? Okay, sige nga po. Sino po si Felix Manalo? Ayan, so hindi na tayo na RR nga. Eh, pagkapasok pa lang na RR na agad, pero hindi na ngayon na RR. So, hopefully madaming ano. Pakitap naman yung ating live, please. Pakitap, tap, tap, paki-heart, heart, heart, ganun kasi it will help na ano lumabas sa wall ng iba. Kasi nagkaka-visibility RR ako. Okay. Sino po ba si Felix Manalo? Yan. Kaya talaga guys, kapag yung ano, totoo talaga na if you are well-read or mahilig ka sa news, ganyan, nakakatulong talaga yon. Alright? Sa stock knowledge yon. Founder of Iglesia ni Cristo. Indeed. Okay, yes. So 'di ba? Kung alam mo, kung alam mo na si Felix Manalo ay founder ng Iglesia ni Cristo. So syempre, alam mo na kahit hindi ka sure, alam mo na si Gregorio Aglipay yung sagot dito. And anyway, kaya nga po, ang tawag sa, tawag dun sa Philippine Independent Church is, how do you call that? Aglipayan Church. Okay, Aglipayan Church. Okay, thank you for sharing the live. And i-follow nyo po ako kasi pag ano, na-RR po ako, hindi nyo na ako makita, nag-iitim yung screen. Okay, mahilig mag-RR tong si Nick Nock sa akin. Yes, Gen Ed. All right, number 6, which is an example of non-pathogenic microorganism? A. Plasmodium falciparum. B. Probiotics such as Bifidobacteria. C. Influenza virus. And D. Yersinia pestis. Again, number 6, which is an example of non-pathogenic microorganisms? A. Plasmodium falciparum. B. Probiotics such as Bifidobacteria. C. Influenza virus. And D. Yersinia pestis. Yan. So, number 6. Number 6 pa pala tayo, no? Parang ang tagal ko na. Number 6, guys. Yan. Pwede niyong maging ano, yung none, sabi niya. Di ba? None. Yan. So, kung kahit hindi nyo pa alam yan, I think you can use your critical thinking here. Di ba? Yan. Okay, not familiar. Okay. All right. Okay. So pag sinabi natin kasing non-pathogenic, ibig sabihin, nakaka-cause ba siya ng disease or hindi? Sige nga po. Pag non-pathogenic microorganism, nakaka-cause po ba siya or hindi? Okay, so i-type nyo, cause or hindi. Yan. Sige, nakaka-cause ba siya o hindi? Aha, Yakult Probiotics. O, di ba? Yan. So, pwede nyong gamitin yun, di ba? Yes. Okay, hindi. Tama. Yan. Hindi nakakakos. Yan. So, kahit hindi nyo pa alam yung Plasmodium falciparum, hindi nyo pa alam, at least yung influenza, alam na natin yan, di ba? Yersinia pestis. Pero parang you can still surmise, okay? Because non-pathogenic microorganisms, those microorganisms do not cause disease. Okay, and that is why the answer there is letter B. Kasi probiotics, maganda siya. 'Di ba? Ito yung mga Yung bifidobacteria, di ba? Yung sa Yakult nga naman. Ay, ah, tawang-tawa pala sila sa akin kasi lagi kong pinopronounce na Yakult. Okay, hindi daw pala Yakult, Yakult daw. Okay, yan. Yan. Ito pala, yung Plasmodium falciparum is malaria. Okay, ito yung kinukos niya ng malaria. And nabasa ko tong Plasmodium falciparum dun sa ano, yung mga nagkukos sa mga POWs ng World War II. Okay, kasi nga rampant yung malaria. Okay? Tong Yersinia pestis, lumalabas din po talaga to. Okay, is plague. Hindi ko nga lang maalala yung tanong, pero nababanggit yung Yersinia pestis dun sa tanong. Okay? So the answer, ito yung nagkukos ng plague. Okay? Number 7, what are the thin structure essential for cytokinesis? Amoeboid movement and changes in cell shape. A. Flagella. B. Cilia. C. Pseudopodia. And D. Microfilaments. Again, number 7, what are the thin structure essential for cytokinesis? Amoeboid movement and changes in cell shape. Okay, A. Flagella. B. Cilia. C. Pseudopodia. And D. Microfilaments. Okay, so yung cytokinesis, di ba, ito yung stage kung saan nagdi-divide yung ano, nagdi-divide yung ano sa doon sa cytoplasm, 'di ba? Yan. So ano yung sagot nyo dito? Okay. Yan, ginagamit na ng ano ng amoeba, ginagamit niya sa movement 'yan, okay? Yan. Ito din ay essential for cytokinesis in a way na sabi ko nga cytokinesis, ito yung stage na nagdi-divide na yung cell into two daughter cells. Alright, very good kayo dyan. Yes. Okay, so the answer there is microfilaments. Okay, so ito nga siya, oh, yan, dito, yung pinakagilid. Okay, yan, yan. Okay, yan. So, tignan natin kasi laging lumalabas yung flagella, cilia, okay, and microfilaments na puro thin structure, okay, or mga structure, yan, okay. So, pag nakita niyo yung flagella, okay, yung flagella or flagella siguro to, it's whip-like. Ang lumalabas yan ay whip-like or tail-like, okay. So, yan, ganyan siya. Yan, ito. Yan. So, you can just imagine, okay. So, ito yung ginagamit for, movement or locomotion. Cilia naman is hair-like ang lumalabas dyan, okay? So, whip, ay nakalimutan ko palang gumawa ng mnemonic. So, again, pag flagella, whip-like, okay? Imagine nyo na lang yung flag, okay? Yung flag, di ba, is gumagalaw na ganyan? Yan. Yan, so parang whip-like, okay? And then yung cilia is hair-like naman siya. Yan. Okay? And then yung pseudopodia naman, explain natin. Kung yung microfilament ay ito yung nagsosupport sa cytokinesis, okay? Ibig sabihin, nasa loob siya. Okay, yung pseudopodia naman, nasa labas siya ng cell. Okay, so this is foot-like or arm-like. Ito siya, oh, yan. Yan yung paganyan-ganyan, yan. 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 Para siyang ano ba yung laruan ng mga bata na ganito? Yan. So, it is also for amoeboid movement and feeding. Okay, engulfing food. Okay, so ibig sabihin, nasa labas talaga siya ng cell. Right. Number 8. In a flame test, the presence of boron in a solution is evident by what color of flame? A. Bright green, B. Brick red, C. Golden yellow, and D. Lilac or lilac. Again, in a flame test, the presence of boron in a solution is evident by what color of flame? A. Bright green, B. Brick red, C. Golden yellow, and D. Lilac. Alright. Yan. We thank you for sharing the live. Yan. So far, hindi na tayo na RR. Minsan lang tayo na RR ngayon nung kaka-start ko. So, salamat sa nag-suggest sa akin na maglagay ako ng analog clock. Okay? Para hindi ako ma-RR. Mm-hmm. Okay? A. Yan. May sumagot din ng B kahit papaano. Yan. So, since nakaka-gain na tayo ulit ng yan. So, if you want to join Macboards, daily Macboards, nakapin po yung ating QR code sa ating Blue app. Yan. So, congratulations pala sa Gurography. We now have 30,000 followers sa Blue app. Okay, yan. So, nakapin po doon yung QR code. Pumasok po kayo doon. And then we also have YT channel, please. And kokonti pa lang yung aking followers and I really need followers and subscribers. And for the sustainability of Gurography, para tuloy-tuloy tayong free, mag-ano na rin po kayo doon, mag-subscribe na rin po kayo. And marami na po tayong video doon. Alright. Okay, so the answer there is bright green. Sabi niya, ma'am, thank you sa Daily Macboard, naka-enhance ng metacognition everyday. Ah, di ba? Metacognition yan. You are welcome. Okay, you are very, very welcome. Yan, kahit minsan nakakapagod gumawa, okay lang. Kasi marami namang sumaya. Yan, marami namang nag-message na pumasa. Alright, nasabi na nakatulong daw. O di sige. Alright? So again, ito yung mga usual na ano, okay? So pag bright green boron, okay? So big bright boron, BBB. Okay, wala akong maisip na ano na mnemonics eh. Okay, so bright green BBB, big bright boron. Okay, brick red. Okay, so brick red ka. Yan, kasi pag brick red yung color ng flame, okay, it is calcium. Calcium, okay? There's calcium. Okay, so big red ka. Ayan. Golden yellow. Okay. Uy, golden yellow na. Okay. Because Na is the symbol of sodium. Okay. Hayaan nyo na. Okay. Ang cheesy pero okay lang yan. Okay. So, golden yellow na. Okay. So, there's a presence of sodium. Kasi na, sabi ko nga is, stands for sodium. Okay. And lilac or lilac. Okay. Lilac color. Kasi yung color is letter K. Sabi niya, K for potassium. Okay. Kailangan po ba magbayad bago ma-access yung Macboard? Hindi po. Free po siya. Okay? Free po siya. Thank you po, ma'am, sa free pre-board nyo LPT na. Oy, sana all! You are welcome po and thank you for coming back just to say. Okay? Pa-LPT das po sa mga nagre-review ngayon. Okay, wala pong bayad. Kaya nga po siya free. Okay? Even our live. Okay, mga live lecture ko is free. Are free. Okay, stock knowledge tayo. What term refers to the biological factors that prevent individuals of different species from interbreeding and producing viable offspring? Okay, reproductive isolation ba yan or speciation? Again, what term refers to the biological factors that prevent individuals of different species from interbreeding and producing viable offspring? Okay, reproductive isolation ba yan? Or speciation? Hi, Coach! LPT na. Thank you! Sabi ako, thank you din po! Thank you for coming back and congratulations! Okay, red ba yan or blue? Okay, so hinahanap dito ay para hindi mag-breed. Okay, yung mga different species. Yan. So, ano ba yung tawag doon? Alright, very good kayo dyan. And the answer there is red. Okay, reproductive isolation. Okay, yung speciation, what is speciation? Okay, so sabi niya, ang speciation is an evolutionary process by which populations evolve to become distinct species. Okay, yan. Para maging, how do you call, maging distinct. Para ano ba yung distinct? Basta para maging species siya. Okay, so ibig sabihin ng speciation, okay, is a result of reproductive isolation. Okay? Yan. Okay. Link expired. Okay, sige. Mamaya i-post ko ulit, ha? Okay? Yan. Saan nakita yung Daily Macboard sa ating Team Quijano? Ipopost ko po ulit. Palitan ko po or i-message nyo na lang po ako. Message nyo na lang po ako sa Blue App. Okay? And then isa-isahin ko. And palitan ko na rin yung QR code later. Okay? Yan. Soksay major po ako, pero yung mga free materials po natin ay Gen Ed at saka Prof Ed. Okay, pero despite that, kahit nagpapa-enroll ako sa social science majorship, nilibre ko naman yung 15 points out of 40 every week po yan. Okay, yan. So ang ating live ay Tuesdays, Thursdays, yan, and then Saturdays sa social science majorship, and part of it is free. Okay? Yan. Actually, ang tanong dyan ay ito talaga yung tanong dyan. Okay. Yan. So, a species of fish lived in a lake. When a dam was constructed in the area, a group of fish was separated and populated a new pond. Then they developed differing characteristics and became a distinct species. Okay, yan. So, iba ng klaseng species, okay? Which of the following concepts explain this speciation? Okay, A, geographic isolation ba yan? B, temporal isolation. C, mechanical isolation. And D, behavioral isolation. Thank you for following. Yan. Okay, so again, a species of fish lived in a lake. When a dam was constructed in the area, a group of fish was separated and populated a new pond. They then developed differing characteristic and became a distinct species. Yeah, iba siyang species ulit. Okay, from the original one. Okay, so which of the following concepts explain this speciation? A, geographical isolation, B, temporal isolation, C, mechanical isolation, and D, behavioral isolation. Yung nagme-message po ngayon sa akin nagpa-pop up po pero later ko na po kayo masasagot after this one. Okay? Yan. Okay, and of course, the answer there is geographical. Okay, kasi nga kahit di pa natin alam yung mga different terms na to, nakita nyo naman sabi niya, nahati yung lake. Okay, may isa andito, yung isa andito. There's a new pond, sabi niya. So we are talking about geographical or place, location, yung mga yan. Okay. Pag nakita nyo yung temporal, explain ko naman ito yung mga different ano to. Pag nakita nyo yung temporal, this is about time, okay? So, pwedeng temporal isolation, temporal learning siguro yun, or whatever, basta. Pag nakita nyo yung temporal, it talks about time. Okay? Yan. Okay, so ito yung mga different ano. So yung reproductive isolation, dalawa yan. Pre-zygotic. Alam niyo man yung zygote, di ba? Napag-aralin natin nung Tuesday, yan yung zygote, yung result pag nag-meet na yung egg at saka sperm. Yan. So, pag pre-zygotic, ibig sabihin before pa na mag-meet yung before pa na ma-form yung zygote. Okay? Pag post-zygotic, ibig sabihin after na mag-meet yung or after mabuo yung zygote. Okay? So, yan. So, sabi niya, habitat number 1. So, yung pre-zygotic, there are 5 types, okay? Ito yung nasa ano natin, sa ating options. Okay? So, habitat isolation, okay? Or, kung wala yung geographical, habitat isolation yung piliin nyo. Okay, yan. So, yan, species live in different areas. So, hindi sila nagmi-meet. So, paano sila mag-interbreed? Okay? So, example niya, yung lions nasa Africa, yung tigers nasa Asia. Okay. Liger, 'di ba? Temporal isolation. Sabi ko nga, pag temporal, we talk about time. Okay, so ibig sabihin niyan, yung mga species, they breed at different times. Yan. So, syempre, halimbawa, ang frog, hindi ko lang alam ha, example lang. So, ang frog, they breed maybe rainy season, ganon. Tapos, mga June, halimbawa. Tapos, yung ibang klaseng, ano naman, they breed ng summer, like March. Yan. So, talagang temporal isolation sila kasi hindi sila magbe-breed kasi magkakaiba yung mating time nila. Alright, behavioral isolation yan, yung walang gana yung isa. Okay, yan. Okay, so there are tawag doon, 'di ba, yung parang may time na in-heat yung cat, parang gano'n. May time naman na in-heat yung ang how do you call that? Hindi in-heat yung ibang klaseng dogs, parang gano'n, 'di ba? Yan. Okay, yan. So mechanical isolation. Okay, mechanical. When you say mechanical, there's an action. So there's physical incompatibility yan. So, yan, of the reproductive structure. Yan. Okay, yan. So, paano talaga sila mag-breed, di ba? Yan. Okay, so ang ano nito is snail genitalia mismatched. Yan, sabi niya. Okay, and gametic or, gametes. So, maybe gametic isolation. Yan, so ang example niyan ay, yung sperm hindi siya makaka-fertilize ng egg. Okay, dahil meron siyang molecular mismatch. Okay? Yan. So, para sa LPT review po ba to? Yes po, yes po. Alright. So, hindi ko na-explain yung post-zygotic isolation. Nilagay ko lang dito, okay, para basahin nyo, screenshot nyo kapag na-post na po to sa ating YT channel. Kasi hindi naman lumalabas to, okay? And yung mga options are here. Yung mga options na pinalabas natin kanina. Alright. Yes, may ano po tayo, may GC po tayo. Mag-message na lang po kayo. Okay? Kasi hindi na daw sila makapasok through yung pinost ko na QR code. Alright. Number 10, the altitude of a triangle is 5 meters and the base is 20 meters. What is the area of the triangle? A, 20 square meters, B, 24 square meters, C, 50 square meters, and D, 60 square meters. Again, the altitude of a triangle is 5 meters and the base is 20 meters. What is the area of the triangle? A, 20 square meters, B, 24 square meters, C, 50 square meters, and D, 60 square meters. Okay, so alam niyo, memorize niyo man lang yung mga yung mga basic na formula. Area of a square, area of a circle, inscribed in a square, yung mga yon. Okay, area of a triangle, yung mga ganun, okay? Perimeter yon, kasi interest yon, okay? I-memorize niyo yung mga yon. Kami ang lumabas nun was area of circle inscribed in a square. Yan. Etong tuwa naman ako, memoryado ko kaya yung formula nun. Alright? So, ano yung number? Pag math talaga, wala nang may gustong sumagot. Okay. Alright, manghula na lang kayo. Ay! Okay, so thank you for following. Yan. Okay, so let's see. Alright. So, okay, so the answer there is C. Okay, very good. Yes, ano yun, nahula lang or talagang nag-ano kayo. Very good kayo dyan. 50 square meters. Okay. Kasi, pwede naman actually kayong manghula dito eh. Dalawa lang naman yung nakalagay dun eh. 5 at saka 20. 'Di ba? So it's either kahit hindi mo memoryado yan, i-5 times 20 mo yan. 5 times 20, 100. Walang 100 dyan. 'Di ba? Walang 100. Yan. So pwede mo nang, mag-isip ka na lang, baka kalahati lang. Di mag-50 ka. 'Di ba? Yan naman yung ginagawa ko din dati. Okay, hinuhulaan ko na lang. Kinukuha ko yung mga doon, given items dyan. Alright? Ganyan ginawa ko. O, di ba? Yes. Tama. Yan. Basta kunin nyo na lang yung doon, then hula-hulaan nyo lang. Alright? So, yeah. So, the area of a triangle is 1/2 1/2 times base times height. Okay. So, given na yung base. Okay. Base is 20. Tapos yung height ay 5. Okay. So, yan. 20 times 5 is 100. Okay. Times 1/2 o 1/2 o di 50. Alright, okay. Pwede maging bonus ang math sa let. Actually, gustong-gusto, hindi man ako magaling sa math, pero gustong-gusto ko yung math. Kaya sabi ko, sana maraming math dun sa aming sa let, sabi ko nung time namin. Pero konti lang siya. Yan. And yung iba is ginamitan na lang ng logic, okay? Kasi, yan. Number 12, original. Okay, original pala. Sabi niya, mother cooked adobo for Kuya Manuel. Salin or translation. Si nanay ay nagluto ng adobo para kay Kuya Manuel. Ito ay pagsasaling, A, adaptasyon, B, idiomatiko, C, malaya, and D, literal. Okay, number 12, original. Okay, mother cooked adobo for Kuya Manuel. Ang salin niya ay si nanay ay nagluto ng adobo para kay Kuya Manuel. Ito ay pagsasaling, A, adaptasyon, B, idiomatiko, si malaya, and D, literal. Okay. Lagay nyo yung number, guys. Yan. So, dito, masyado ba akong madaldal, guys? Or kailangan ko kayong bigyan ng time mag-isip? Alright. So, dito, at least, napaka-obvious yung sagot dito. Okay? Kasi yung ibang klase ng yung different types of pagsasalin, may parang merong tatlo na halos magkakaparehas siya. All right. Okay, so the answer there is literal. Okay, yan. Literal kasi si mother cooked adobo, si nanay ay nagluto, 'di ba? Literal na tinranslate niya. Okay, so pag-aralin natin yung mga there are only 6 naman, okay, na uri ng pagsasalin. Okay? Ito yung salita sa salitang pagsasalin. Okay? Ito yung parang malapit pa din sa literal na pagsasalin, di ba? So, salita sa salitang pagsasalin. Okay? So, ito ay I love you. Okay? I love you. Ang translation mo, ako ay mahal ikaw. Okay? So, salita to salita nga naman talaga yan. Okay? Yan. At yung literal, okay, sinasabi natin, literal na pagsasalin, batay sa pangunahing kahulugan ng salita sa diksyonaryo. Okay, so ibig sabihin, ginagamit mo yung, halimbawa, eat. eat sa English, tapos sa Tagalog ay kain, yung ganon, okay? So, literal talaga siya. So, no ID, no entry. Okay, ang ano, pag tinranslate mo, walang ID, walang pasok. Okay, ganyan. Okay. Idiomatikong pagsasalin. Okay, so ibig sabihin, hindi, that is almost, ano, yung kabaliktaran ng literal at saka salita sa salitang pagsasalin. Okay, so, for example, yung idiom is fishwives tales. Okay, yan. So, hindi mo siya fishwives, di pag sinabi mong fishwives tales, di fish. Fish is isda, wives, asawang babae, hindi ganon, di ba? Ang ibig sabihin ng idiomatikong pagsasalin ay initra-translate mo din as an idiom, okay? So, for example, fishwives tale. So, ang ano is kwentong kutsero, okay? Ibig sabihin, hindi totoo yan, anik-anik lang yan, ganyan. Or, ano yung, how do you call that? Sandcastle, 'di ba? Sandcastle is also an idiom. So, kahit wala man siyang ano, idiom, but you can use kastilyong buhangin. So, wala naman talagang kastilyong buhangin. We know that it's an idiom. Okay? Yan. Matapat na pagsasalin. Okay? So, this is uh, correct. Okay? Ito naman yung ano, kumbaga faithful. Tama naman. Eksaktong kahulugan. Okay? Alright? So, for example, Edward is a vampire. Okay? Si Edward ay isang vampira. Parang ganon. Okay? Okay, sinusunod niya yung tamang ano, yung tamang grammar ba, kumbaga. Okay, yan. Ito yung malayang salin, okay? So malayang binabago ang salita o ayos basta mapanatili ang diwa. Okay? So kahit binabago mo yung ano, halimbawa yung subject pumunta sa how do you call it, the end of the sentence, okay lang, but the sense is there. Okay? So for example, sabi niya, keep quiet. Okay, keep quiet. So tumahimik kayo. O, 'di ba? So tama naman 'yun, 'di ba? Kahit hindi naman keep is tago. Tago, tahimik. Okay, hindi naman ganoon, di ba? Yan. And adaptation, ito naman yung adaptation, wala talaga, okay? Yung, ano lang, parang, hindi mo, parang halos wala ka nang translate. Okay, yan. So, usually ginagamit to sa awit, okay? Pelikula o dula. Okay, yung nakita kong example nito, yung, di ba alam niyo yung umbrella, ela, yon. Yon. So, meron palang, ano, ginawang kanta doon, payong naman siya, pero pag pakinggan mo, hindi niya talaga translate yung kanta. Okay, yan. So, parang ginamit lang niya yung tune. Garang ganon. Alright, number 13, which of the following statements is true about textbook laid on the table? A, no force is acting on it. B, the textbook undergoes acceleration. C, the sum of the forces acting upon it is zero. And D, the textbook undergoes deceleration. Okay, so number 13, which of the following statements is true about textbook laid on the table? A, no force is acting on it. B, the textbook undergoes acceleration. C, the sum of the forces acting upon it is zero. And D, the textbook undergoes deceleration. Okay. So, dapat alisin nyo na yung dalawa dyan. Okay? Yan. Kasi, sabi niya, textbook is laid on the table. So, isipin nyo, gumagalaw ba yan? Gumagalaw ba yung textbook? Pag andun sa table? Alright? So, the answer there is, okay, very good kayo dyan. So, the answer there is letter C. Okay. So, ito yung ano, yung, alisin na natin yung B and D kasi hindi gumagalaw. So, walang acceleration, wala ding deceleration. Okay. So, yung no force is acting on it. O, di ba, lahat ng ano dito, may gravity tayo. Di ba? So, lahat tayo naapektuhan ng gravity. Di ba? Kaya nga hindi nahuhulog yon. Alright, so there is, ang sagot, ang letter A ay mali. Okay, ito naman yung the sum of the forces acting upon it is zero. Okay, explain natin kung bakit ito. Okay, so yung textbook na nasa rest, nasa equilibrium siya, okay? And kahit hindi siya gumagalaw, dalawang forces ang ano noon, ang nag-a-act doon, okay? Yung gravity which is pulling it, which is ano nagda-downward, at saka yung normal force from the table na upward. Okay? And then, bakit zero? Kasi parehas lang yon. Yung gravity at saka yung normal force from the table, okay, ay magkaparehas. Okay, so pag dinedak mo siya, zero siya. Zero. Okay? Yan. Number 14, the blank, also known as the sayings of Confucius, is an ancient Chinese philosophical text composed of sayings and ideas attributed to Confucius and his contemporaries, traditionally believed to have been compiled by his followers. A, the Tao Te Ching, B, the Analects, C, the Art of War, and D, the Book of Songs. Okay, nagasgas na naman yung aking so di ko na ulitin. Yan. Actually, ang common na lumalabas dito ay baliktad. Okay. Ang hinahanap usually is kung sino, okay, yung may work nun. Okay, ang sagot nun ay si Confucius. Okay, ngayon naman, ang hinahanap is ano yung work, okay, which is not, uh, actually, compiled siya ng mga followers niya. Okay, yan. Alright. Okay, yeah. So the answer there, ang galing-galing nyo. So the answer there is the Analects, okay? So sabi ko nga, ang question niyan ay the Analects, okay, is famously associated with whom? Okay, so ang sagot po nun ay si Confucius. Okay. Alright, so Tao Te Ching, alam na niya. Tao Te Ching, Lao Tzu. Okay, yan. Okay, so this is the, or Lao Tzu. Okay, yan. So the foundational text of Taoism. Okay, the Art of War naman, ito ay sinulat ni, ito ay kay Sun Tzu. Okay, yan. So Art of War, ibig sabihin, this is related to warfare. Okay, and the Book of Songs, okay, actually, nung binasa ko to, the Book of Songs, may mga nagsasabi daw na ano to ni Confucius pero hindi daw, okay? So hindi natin alam kung ano talaga, okay? Kung sino yung may pakana, okay? Or kanino related yung Book of Songs. But alam na natin pag Book of Songs, okay? Yan, 'di ba compilation ng mga songs, okay? Yan. Number 15, what is a collection of Indian sacred hymns? A. Rig Veda, B. Upanishad, C. Mahabharata, and D. Ramayana. Again, number 15, what is a collection of Indian sacred hymns? A. Rig Veda, B. Upanishad ba yan? C. Mahabharata, and D. Ramayana. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, very good kayo dyan. Okay, so kahit pa may konting nagkamali pero okay lang. Alright? Alright, so the answer there is Rig Veda. Okay, the answer there is Rig Veda. Okay, ito naman hindi naman masyadong lumalabas pero just for the sake of for the sake of love lang. Okay, yan. At least yung Mahabharata lumalabas yan, yung longest epic poem. Okay, so that is Mahabharata. Okay? Yan. Pero yung Upanishad, okay, just for the sake of okay, so this is a philosophical text. Okay, yan. So, ang focus niyan ay mediation. Okay, and Ramayana naman, epic poem naman, okay, about Prince Rama's quest to rescue his wife. Alright, from the demon king Ravana. Okay, numbers, ito pala, the Rig Veda, okay, the oldest and most significant of the four Vedas. Oh, lumalabas pala to pero sa Soksai major ship. Okay, so yung Rig Veda, to yung oldest and the most significant of the four Vedas, consists of a collection of 1,628 sacred hymns in which ancient language were these hymns written. Okay, read by yan na Pali or Blue Sanskrit. Yan. So, red ba yan na Pali or blue na Sanskrit? Okay, okay, okay. Yan. Alright, ang galing. Yes, okay. In the first place, no, Sanskrit yung lagi nating nakikita, di ba? Parang this is very common na nababasa natin, Yan. Okay. So, indeed, tama. Sanskrit. Kasi ito yung ancient language dun sa India. Okay. Yung Pali naman, yung nabasa ko sa Pali is language ng sa Buddhism naman to. Okay, yan. Specifically for Buddhism. Pero yung Sanskrit is sa India. Okay, ancient India. Number 16, whose philosophy advocates, dapat yan, the use of reason in understanding the existence of God. A. Saint Benedict, B. Saint John, C. Saint Peter, and D. Saint Aquinas. Again, number 16, whose philosophy advocates the use of reason in understanding the existence of God? A. Saint Benedict, B. Saint John, C. Saint Peter, and C and D. Saint Aquinas. Yan. So, gas na po to. Ibig sabihin, high yield to. Alright, very good kayo dyan. Yan. So, the answer there is Saint Aquinas. Okay. Ito naman. Ito. So, ito related din doon. Okay. What is the Latin term meaning five ways relating to the five logical arguments for the existence of God proposed by Thomas Aquinas? Okay. So, Queen Q, VA, okay? VA or Blue Summa Theologica. Okay, so sabi nga natin, yung sabi nga ni Saint Aquinas, ginagamit niya yung reason to understand the existence of God. Okay, so saan niya makikita doon? Okay, so Queen Q VA, okay? Hindi nakikita. Ano yung mga limang arguments niya doon, okay? To prove, okay, na we can use a reason to 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 how do you call that? To uh to explain the existence of God. Okay? And the answer there is, okay, so the answer there is Queen Q, VA. Okay? VA. Kasi yung Summa Theologica, ito yung sinulat niya, okay, to explain, okay, the existence of God using your reason. Okay? Pero ang hinahanap natin dyan is what is the Latin term meaning five ways. Okay? Para i-explain, okay, yung arguments niya about dun sa existence of God. And the answer there is orange. Okay? Yes, correct kayo yan. So, yes, sasabihin ko pa sana, di ba ang quintuplet, di ba? Quintuplet, queen, o di five. Okay, ang galing. Yan. Very good. Eto, lumalabas din to ha, kaya yan. So, which philosophy gives prominence to faith in understanding the existence of God? Si Saint Benedict ba yan na red or Saint Augustine? Okay, yan. So, dalawa tong laging lumalabas at pinagpapalit ng iba to. Okay, pag sa reason is si Aquinas. Okay. Ito naman, kung ginagamit mo yung faith, okay, to understand the existence of God, all right, very good kayo dyan. So, the answer there is Saint Augustine. Okay, so siya yung sinabi niyang credo ut intelligam. Okay, I believe so that I may understood. I believe. Okay, so meaning, binebase lang niya sa faith niya. Okay, so ang mnemonic niya is Alpha. Okay, Alpha. Aquinas uses reason. Okay, tapos yung faith is used by Augustine. Okay, or Augustine. Okay, yan. Para hindi nyo na pagpalitin. Number 17, which was the first labor union in the country founded by Isabelo de los Reyes on July 1901. A. Association of the Philippine Labor. B. Union Obrera Democrática. C. Union del Trabajo de Filipinas. And D. Asociación de Compañía Tabacalera. Okay, so again, which was the first labor union in the country founded by Isabelo de los Reyes on July 1901? A. Association of the Philippine Labor. B. Union Obrera Democrática. C. Union del Trabajo de Filipinas. And the Asociación de Compañía Tabalerica. Okay, minsan, ang nakalagay dyan is sino yung nagtatag sa first labor union? Ang sagot nun ay si Isabelo de los Reyes. Okay? Lagay niyo yung number, guys. Okay, yes. So the answer there is, ano yung sagot niya? Naglaro lang sa B and D. Alright. Oh, okay. So the answer there is Union or Union Obrera Democrática. Okay, so tandaan to, okay? Kasi dalawa yung version nito. Okay, pag sinabing First Labor Union, kahit wala yung Isabela de los Reyes, Union Obrera Democrática. Minsan naman, sabi, ang ano dun, who established Union Obrera Democrática? Ang sagot nun ay Isabelo de los Reyes. Okay, yan. Itong Union del Trabajo de Filipinas, Ito naman yung nung na-defunct yung Union Obrera Democratica, na-defunct siya. Okay, is pinalitan siya ng Union del Trabajo de Filipinas. Okay, it was led by Lope K. Santos. Okay, ito namang Asosasyon de Compañía Tabacalera. Okay, this is the Philippines' first private tobacco company which was established nung time, no, ng Spanish time. All right. Number 18, in the Philippines, the world's salvage, ano ba yan? Nakalagay pala, has chillingly unique meaning far removed from its usual definition of to rescue or to save. Hindi ko kasi na-correct pala to. It is a local euphemism that refers to extrajudicial execution or summary killing. Okay, A, euthanasia, B, capital punishment, C, salvaging, and D, suicide. Okay. Alright. Ano ba yan? Parang ano no, parang ini-spoon feed ko lang din yung sagot. Ano? Alright. Okay, yeah. So the answer there is salvaging. Okay, yan. Kasi nga, alright. Kasi hindi ganito yung original na tanong nito eh. Okay, meron yung original na tanong ang sinasabi is without due process. Okay? And the answer there is salvaging, okay? And I hope hindi kayo malito kasi alam ko talaga yung salvaging kasi ang meaning niyan ay to save. 'Di ba? You salvage the scraps, okay? To save. Yan. So maraming nabudol doon. Hindi nila napili yung salvaging, okay? Pero sa Philippine context kasi, okay? Ginagamit yung salvaging as a extra judicial execution. Ibig sabihin, walang due process. Okay, yan. So, according to Pete Lacaba, okay, yung salvaging kasi ay galing sa Tagalog word na salbahe. Okay, or salvaje as Spanish. Kasi yung salvaje is from the Spanish word salvaje, which means barbaric, yung parang ganon. Okay, yan. So that the answer there is letter C. Yes, EJK. Yes, tama. Okay? Yes, extrajudicial. All right. Number 19, what is the predominant characteristic of Eastern religion? A, optimism, B, mysticism, C, secularism, and D, pessimism. Okay, again, what is the predominant characteristic of Eastern religion? A, optimism, B, mysticism, C, secularism, and D, pessimism. Okay. Lagay niyo po yung yung number please. Okay, so far hindi pa tayo na RR at saka umabot na tayo ng more than 12. So ibig sabihin kahit paano lumalabas na yung ating live sa iba. Okay? Ang alam ng ibang teachers, nag-iba na ako ng account kasi hindi na daw nila nakikita yung live ko. Pero kasi nagkaka-visibility restriction tayo. Thank you for following the live. Yan, i-follow nyo na ako kasi lagi tayo nare-restrict. Alright, so the answer there is mysticism. Okay, so explain natin mamaya. Okay, yan. Alright? Okay. So ito yung Eastern at saka Western. Okay. So ang pag sinabi nating Eastern, okay, it is mysticism. Mysticism in a way na hindi siya in a way, okay, na hindi sa magic it's not about magic. Pero ang ibig lang niyang sinasabi is ginagamit natin ang how do you call that? Ating connection, okay? Ang ating connection sa faith, okay? So for example, nagyo-yoga tayo, nagme-meditate tayo, yung mga ganon, okay? So meron tayong spiritual experience, okay? That is mysticism. Okay, so ano ba yung mga example? Okay, ano ba yung mga example ng Eastern religions? Okay, so Buddhism, Hinduism, Taoism, okay? So nakikita nyo, 'di ba? Talagang more on tayo, experience tayo, 'di ba? For example, Taoism, 'di ba? Way of life 'yan. Hinduism, Buddhism, 'di ba? Like yung monk na nagmi-mediate. Okay, 'yan. All right. In comparison sa Western philosophy or Western religion, for example, Christianity, Judaism, Islam, hindi tayo gumagamit masyado ng hindi ko sinasabi na hindi tayo gumagamit ng mysticism, okay? Gumagamit din tayo pero more on rationalism tayo. Okay, ganyan. So, we focus on logic. Okay, to explain. Okay, for example, si Socrates, 'di ba? Aristotle, sina René Descartes. Okay, 'yan. Okay. Pero kung tinignan ko nga, sabi ko, bakit rationalism yung andun sa ano, 'di ba? Kasi ang nauso yung Miao, 'di ba? Miao is mysticism for Eastern, tapos optimism for Western. Okay? So again, Miao. Okay? Yan. So mysticism for Eastern, tapos optimism for Western. Okay? Pero hindi ko talaga mahanap na optimism is for Eastern. Okay? Pero yun na for Western. Okay? Pero yun na lang, yun talaga ang sagot sa let na it is optimism. So ang naisip ko lang, perhaps nga naman, di ba sa Christianity, yung mga ganun usually, or even sa Islam, pero I don't wanna talk about Islam kasi hindi ko naman talaga, ano yan, alam, hindi, mahirap magmagaling, okay? Pero sa Christianity pa lang, di ba? So we believe in the love of God, we believe in salvation, okay? Yan, we believe that God is love, yung parang ganun. So, kinda optimistic yan. Kasi alam naman natin yung optimism, it is about hope. It is about being positive. Okay? So I think that is the reason why optimism is for Western pagdating sa let. Okay? Kasi, tandaan nyo ganito yung sa let. Huwag niyong kalabanin yung tanong, okay? Yan. So andun na nga alam na natin na ang Eastern is mysticism. So bakit mo pa ipipilit? Oh, wala naman yung rationalism. Ang Western, sabi ni coach, rationalism. Wala naman dito. Wala, sinasabi ko na nga ba, ang sagot nga doon ay optimism, okay? Huwag ngang kalabanin yung tanong, okay? You base your answer doon sa options, okay? Do not tap your knowledge na outside na nun kahit yun pa yung tama. Okay? Yan. Ay, galit yarn. Okay, hanggang anong oras po to? Okay, matatapos tayo in ano? Matatapos po tayo sa 20. Tawa-tawa si Ma'am Honeybee. Okay? So, okay, for example, another example yan. Nung time namin, sabi niya, ano yung richest city in the Philippines? So, syempre, alam ko naman na Quezon City, di ba? Pero wala nga yung Quezon City. Ano yung gagawin ko? Isusulat ko Quezon City? Di ba? So, wag mo nang kalabanin. Mamili ka na lang dun sa option. What you think is the richest doon? Okay? Yan. Ba't galit? Lagi akong sinasabihan, tumataas naman yung boses mo. Hindi, ganun na lang talaga yung boses ko. Alright, so number 20, what is the possible consequence of meritocracy in a social system? A, rule by the wealthy and powerful, B, leadership by people of talent, C, culture of elitism, and D, rule by those with noble birth. Okay. And tama po kayo doon. Okay, kasi alam naman natin, ang meritocracy is leadership by people of talent. Okay. So, ang galing nyo pong magturo. Ay, thank you po. Maraming maraming salamat po. So, ito naman yung isang tanong ko. Sino yung associated doon sa paggamit ng meritocracy? Okay, yan. Laging lumalabas din po yon. Sino? Yan. Thank you for liking the live. Yan. Sino po? Sino pipiliin mo? Mahal mo o mahal ka? Yan. So, thank you for following. Guys, kasi lagi tayo na RRR. I-follow nyo na lang ako. And then, mag-message po kayo para sa GC. Okay, yan. May daily mock boards po tayo. Ayan. Okay, yes. So, tama si Confucius. Yes, tama si Confucius. Okay, anong oras po kayo nag-umpisa ng live? 9 o'clock po. So, Tuesdays is Guro Grabe. Okay? Yun yung mga high yield na gen ed questions. Pero thematic tayo. Okay? So, last Tuesday, ang ano na is general science. And then, pag Thursdays, yun po yung pinagpapalit ko po. Intensive lecture po sa Prof Ed or Gen Ed. Pinagpapalit ko lang po yan. And then Saturdays is SocSci major kasi I'm SocSci. My majorship is social science, okay? Pag hindi pa kayo naka-enroll sa akin sa social science, it's okay, okay? I share 15 points out of 40. Okay? Alright, so yan ulit. So maraming salamat, Agyamanak. Salamat kaayo. Thank you, syukran, and salamat, Ida Ayu Anamin. And magre-reply na po ako sa mga nag-message doon na kinukuha yung QR code. Alright? Ano yung paulit? Paulit. Ano yung paulit? Okay. Daghan salamat. Oo, daghan salamat. Madami sa okay. Yung okay, schedule. Ang schedule natin, okay, hindi pa naman ako na-expel dito sa TikTok. Feeling ko i-expel na ako na. Nauubos na kasi lagi tayo na RR eh. Yan. So, as of now, sa TikTok pa rin tayo. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. 9 o'clock po yun lagi. Okay? Pag Tuesdays, Gorograbe po yun. Okay? Yun yung Gen Ed, okay? Mga thematic na Gen Ed po tayo, mga high yield. Okay? Pag Thursdays, nagpapalit ko po yung Prof Ed at saka Gen Ed. Okay? Ibig sabihin, kung Gen Ed ngayon, next week Prof Ed. Okay? Intensive review po yon. Alright? And then pag Soksai, Saturdays, Soksai, kung hindi po kayo naka-enroll sa akin, pero pag enroll na po kayo, okay? 299 lang guys. May PDF na kayo. Lahat na lang binibigay ko. Okay? Ganun ako magmahal. Char. Okay? So, pag Soksai, nag-share pa ako 15 points out of 40. Okay? Pero wala po kayong quiz doon. Syempre, walang PDF. Okay? Just the, Alright? And lahat po ng free live natin, ina-upload ko po sa ating YT. Okay? So, kung na-miss nyo, okay, yung ex nyo, char. Kung na-miss nyo, yung live ko, ipopost ko naman po sa YT. Okay? Alright? Yes, uploaded po ba? Yes, same name. Okay, yan. So magre-reply na po ako sa mga nag-message sa ating sa Gurography. Ibibigay ko na po yung link ng ating GC, okay, for the daily mock boards. Alright? So maraming maraming salamat po and bye-bye. Bye-bye, guys.